Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. For those of you who are new, I go by Sweet Tiffany here on YouTube and on my Instagram. Today I wanted to talk about the why behind... Today I wanted to talk about why we moved to Arizona from California and kind of do a comparison between living in the two states, at least from our experience and our perspective so far, and just kind of chit chat with you. I also have like a house tour because we moved, obviously, and I haven't really shown you guys our new house, so I'll give you an overview of that a little bit later. And yeah, it's just also exciting, and overall we love everything about it here. I wouldn't really change anything. I really think this was such a great decision for us for a lot of different reasons, but I'm just so glad and grateful that we were able to do this. And yeah, let's just start talking about it. So we're living in the north side of Phoenix, like the northeast side, and it's really quiet where we live. It's not like the heart of Phoenix, so it's not super busy and hectic. It's quiet and peaceful where we are, and I freaking love that about this place. That's probably like my favorite thing because where we were living at before in California was so busy and so noisy all the time. It was hard to sleep and, you know, that whole thing. And now we have like a peace of mind around us, just really peaceful and quiet, and that's probably my favorite thing about this place. But anyway, just to give you kind of an idea of like what part of Arizona we're in. So obviously people, when they first think of Arizona and California, is the weather. I'm not really gonna get into the weather too much because we've only been here for like a month, and right now it's April, the end of April, and I haven't seen like the summer months. But my experience, I used to live in Las Vegas, so I know what the heat's gonna be like. I've visited Arizona multiple times. I know what it is, I know what it feels like, and like I said, I've lived in this type of heat before, and I know I can handle it. I actually prefer the heat over the cold. Even on like days when it's like overcast, I don't like, I really don't like any type of cold. So I prefer it to be hot. Like I'll take the hot over cold days any day. But I don't think maybe a lot of people think about it. Like California gets hot too. It's not like it's in the 70s all the time. It gets hot over there as well. Yeah, over here in like more of the desert area, it does peak like at a higher temperature, but it's only a couple months out of the year, and you're just living in the summertime. Everybody has different things that are important to them, and to me, the weather was not like top priority. Next thing I like to talk about is the reason why is obviously the cost of everything. Right now, everything is just skyrocketed. Inflation has like it out for everybody, and there's no really avoiding that anywhere in the country right now. Here, prices have significantly gone up, but so did California, and California has always been expensive. Gas, rent, mortgage, bills, everything is expensive in California. Biggest difference that I've noticed so far, obviously right now we're renting this like Airbnb until we purchase our house. The house prices are cheaper, the rent is cheaper, registering your car is significantly cheaper. Like it's not even slightly comparable. Instead of it being based off of the value of your car, what you paid for the car, it's just a flat $30 or $29, I think, which is ridiculous. Like $30, I kind of laughed when she told me, and I'm like, okay, take it. When I had my Acura, I paid like $500 to register it for 1 year, and over here you have the option of like 1, 2, or 5 years, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but you can like register it for more than 1 year. And our main goal, like I said, is to buy a house, and we want to be able to have like a big house and have things that maybe we didn't always have when we were younger, like, I don't know. Like, Sergio really wants a pool. He really wants a 2-story house, which I don't really know if we're gonna do that or not, but the fact is we want a big house. We want to be able to do these types of things in a nice area, and we want to be safe and somewhere where we feel comfortable raising our kids, and just that sense of security, you know what I'm saying? In California, you can buy a big house, but it's probably not in a nice area, or it's really loud and just, I think I mentioned this before, crummy. Like, there's a lot of bad areas out there, like a lot of bad areas, and it's not somewhere that I want to be, and I don't want to travel an hour or more to get to work. You know, like if you live up the hill in California, or if you live way out in the boonies, like I don't want to have to do that just to be able to afford the house that I want. When living here, you can just live in a normal suburban area, like a nice house with a nice safe neighborhood, and it's affordable at the same time. I think that's what really means a lot to us. And again, the location of California didn't mean that much to me. And I love things like going to the beach. I loved going to the beach. I love Disneyland. That's probably the only thing that I'm gonna miss, but how often did I really go? And you know, Disneyland and the beach didn't really define me. Like, it wasn't all that I am. It's like I'm okay sacrificing that for an overall, like, better quality of life. A lot of the things here, like restaurants, there's a lot of dog parks here, and a lot of this stuff is all dog friendly, which really means a lot to me, because you guys know I love taking my dogs everywhere with me. They're always with us. So the fact that there's so many accommodations for having pets and being dog friendly, I really love that about this place too. Okay, next thing that I'd like to compare is just the food that's available here, and like the restaurants and just like the different types of food. California is very, very diverse and has like everything you can think of as far as like restaurants goes. Here in Arizona, it's definitely a lot different. Like, there's certain things that California had that Arizona, at least that I've noticed so far, doesn't have. I wouldn't necessarily, it's hard to say. What we've tried so far eating here, I wouldn't say that like the food sucks. It's not bad food here. And a lot of people would say that you can't find like good Mexican food here as opposed to Californian food. And I can agree with that and disagree. I'm not Mexican, but like we're really close to Mexico here in Arizona, and we were just as close to Mexico over there in California. Like, there's a bunch of Mexican restaurants here, but there is, what I've noticed and I'm loving, is a lot of Italian restaurants. There's so many good Italian restaurants out here that I'm loving. That's a big plus for me. Also, going to like any coffee shops and anything that has like a drive-through, the lines, there's like no lines here. I found that like in California, no matter what time of day, the coffee line at Starbucks would always be so long, it always take forever. Here, I feel like every single day that we go and like pick something up that's in a drive-through, there's not a line, like a long line. And you know what I'm talking about if you live in California. There's always a line. And that's like non-existent here, and that's so nice. Oh, last thing that I wanted to mention that I've noticed so far is the water here is like the faucet water, and like the water that's in our showers. It's definitely a lot harsher water here. So that's something that we had to adjust to, like always putting on lotion after a shower, or like after washing your hands are gonna probably feel a little bit more dry. So like always having to have lotion isn't that big of a deal, but that is something to mention that's a lot different. California has some pretty good like water source. Here it's just much harder. So that's something we have to do, is like get a water softener and always be putting on lotion, but I don't really care about that too much because I always put lotion on anyway. But I think that was just something like to point out and mention, is like the water is different here. But anyway, I'm gonna show you just a quick little like run through clip of the house. I do it now, but I have my dogs here and they're like, yeah. Baby Roscoe sleeping on the couch. Hi, Bug. And then there's Cannoli Girl. I'll insert a clip of like the empty Airbnb house tour, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. You're making yourself comfortable. Hmm? Kitchen. You see yourself in a mirror. You're silly puppies. You're a silly puppy.